Trump tossing Bovino overboard, floating Kristi Noem toward the exit, and reshuffling a couple of faces is PR triage, not reform. It's the political equivalent of throwing a couple of logs off, a sinking ship while pretending the hull isn't ripped wide open, because the real rot, the engine room of this whole operation, is still exactly where it's always been. Stephen Miller. As long as Miller is embedded in the walls like black mold, nothing changes. Ice culture doesn't change. Policy philosophy doesn't change. Target selection doesn't change. The authoritarian edge doesn't change. The belief that cruelty, control doesn't change. Trump can fire 12 Bovinos, 20 Noems, and 50 mid-level appointees. But if Miller still writes the playbook, the chapter never changes. The public-facing villains get swapped. The shadow author stays. And you nailed the other part perfectly. If he actually cared about justice. 1, he'd release the Epstein files. All of them. Not the sanitized, PR-approved list. The real client lists. The meetings. The flight logs, the photos. The financial trails. The sealed depositions. Everything. If he wanted to shock the system or drain the swamp, that's the one move that would make the whole world finally understand who's been running what. But he won't, because too many rich, powerful, well-connected men across both parties are woven into it, his own circle included. 2, he'd dismantle half of his cabinet in inner orbit. Let's be honest. He's surrounded by opportunists, extremists, sycophants, and men who view human beings as chess pieces. Half of them have open ties to foreign interests, blackmail leverage, or ideological goals that have nothing to do with protecting Americans. But he won't. Because without them, he'd have no machine, no muscle, no strategy, and no shield. So yes, everything he's doing now is optics. Damage control, mass-appeasing theatrics, a temporary cosmetic surgery to hide the tumors for one more news cycle. There's zero structural change, only rearranged furniture in a burning house. And the public is supposed to clap like seals, because he switched out one face card, while keeping the entire deck loaded with the same men. Who engineered the cruelty in the first place? No. America has lived this pattern long enough to recognize the illusion for what it is.